plot to drop the IQ. Fighting amongst each other over rulers that don't like you. Prefer us trapped in melancholy with the wood wands of holly. Suggestions that obliterate to camouflage the folly. Attempted mental robbery, executed sloppily. Hypocrisy, this mockery, and walk the talk with me. Put the hands up to touch the Akasha, cause you know deep down there's something bigger than your wallet.
Sweet eternal balance of all that is good, true, and beautiful, friends. My guest tonight on Rogue Ways comes at the demand of many fans of the show. He is an East Coaster, a punk, a poet, a musician, a photographer, and if that's not enough for you, he's also a badass YouTuber who explores all kinds of madness and mystery in the world. Jamie Dlux, thank you so much for coming on Rogue tonight.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I'm looking for you
on YouTube
right now. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for
There
sharing
we
that.
are.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to tell some people a few things before we get started, and that is that you can find much more of my content on my site for free. It's rogueways.org. You can grab a tarot reading while you're there if you're into that kind of stuff. You can buy my book right now at a discount. If you get it on Amazon, it's $15 plus shipping plus tax, but if you want to just PayPal me $15 flat, I will mail it anywhere in the United States to you, and that is paypal.me/Corey Sharman. And that's also on my site if you forget how to spell that, and I'll try to drop it in the chat a couple times. For the next 4 subscribers on my Subscribestar, then that book would be free. I'm giving that to whoever comes to subscribe. So if you want to check out my Subscribestar, that is the best way to support me. Besides donating to PayPal, which many listeners have done, and I really appreciate that support to keep going. Thank you to everyone who's doing that, and I'm going to stop mentioning this soon, but the podcast is back up, so if you have a podcast app and you like to listen to Rogue Ways instead of watch it, it's there and you can grab it. All of the newest shows are there as well as some of the old ones. And anyways, Jamie, I like to start with a pointless question of the episode, and I was going to ask you why the fuck you swear so fucking much.
I don't think I do.
What?
I might, I don't know. I'm not whacking out front of the table and mixing my crate. I'm sorry.
Sure.
That
would be like gross. A really interesting way to relax for a show. Like this is your like thing.
No, just in the beginning, I got sick of everybody bitching at me for, I'd make a video and it would be like, oh, quit smoking, blah blah blah, or I'd share this, but your language, blah blah blah. It's like, well, if you get. So I just a smart ass thing.
Yeah.
And if the word fuck or something's gonna offend you, you're not gonna want to watch the video because it's gonna be pretty offensive in there.
Yeah, there's like worse stuff that you're gonna get into besides just swearing.
So it's kind of like a shot to the system, like to prepare the mind, I guess, in a way.
It's like a test people have to pass to get through to.
Yeah. It was just me being a smart ass.
My favorite is like, well, my kids were listening, and I'm like, well, it's not really a kids show, so I'm not really that sorry. Maybe there's better.
I'm not too graphic about details. If I don't, I'll read the information. But yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised people can understand what I'm saying anyway. I thought I sounded like Bobcat Goldthwait.
Not quite. You're getting there.
I got like marbles in my mouth half the time. I got a huge tongue. I can't help it. I'm like tripping over it. Plus, I moved from Boston to South Carolina when I was 11. And I feel like it fucked up the way I talk because I tried
some Southern and some Boston in there.
Yeah, I tried talking differently because I got made fun of when I moved here because I had a Boston accent. So it's like a forced lingo. I don't know.
I detect no accent from you at all. You're like a Northwesterner to me. Yeah, but
Northwest, I've never been there. Yeah.
Maybe we'll go there next. Yeah, I know there's some people who like swearing is this big deal to them, and some people don't want to come on the show because I swear sometimes, and I'm like, I won't swear with you if you don't want me to swear.
Yeah, I mean, I respect people too. I'm just saying, like, when you come to my videos, that's my fucking house. So, yeah, so you respect me. That's
they
all
also
I ask
say people who swear tend to have higher intelligence, so I think it just goes with the territory.
Well, my Grammy, isn't the Grammys tonight? My grandmother, I don't know, I think it is.
Wow.
My Grammy passed away 2 years ago. But she's up until a couple years ago, she used to just read stuff, and she'd just randomly take an article and send it in the mail to me, or my mom or something. One time she took a what was it, Reader's Digest Genius test and sent it to me, and I took it. So according to them, I am a genius.
I believe it. I actually think that
You
like
take Reader's Digest.
yeah.
I think I'm pretty fucking pretty dumb sometimes, though. But I can admit that. So
That's also a sign of an intelligent person is that they can tell that they're not, that there's things
look,
they
I
don't
don't know
know.
shit half the time.
Yeah.
I still don't feel like I know shit.
I do. I think like a lot of people in this community of people who enjoy learning about the truth and learning about the world are higher than average intelligence. I think that that's one of the things that binds us together.
It makes sense because your mind's more open.
Mm-hmm. And you're more likely to be able to sort of see multiple possibilities at once and weigh them and whatnot.
And still not even know. That's the amazing thing about it,
Oh, yeah. I feel like I don't know anything still. I've been like digging and digging for years.
No, I don't even know if we're going to know. Some shit, at least. I don't know.
So I wanted you to tell us actually about your earlier life, like in Boston. What was it like? And then what was it like leaving and moving to the East Coast?
Well, Boston's East Coast too. East Coast, but down south, yeah. It's different. I don't know. It was pretty. I guess I've talked about it recently because I have a live channel. I don't really promote much because it's for me to just like smoke weed and talk to people.
All my fans love you.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
and
people
I do
are
too.
welcome
I'm not saying I'm not included.
No,
in that,
people are welcome there, but I don't promote it that much.
Yeah.
The Stone Philosopher, but I talked about it there. We moved here when I was 11. I don't even know why, really. I've heard a few things, but yeah, it was traumatic. I didn't realize that until I've like talked about it like live before. Because on our way down here, we got in a bad wreck in Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
And I remember we got hit by a drunk driver in a pickup truck, and my mom, my little sister, who was like 2, and my uncle were in a moving truck, and me, my brother, our Doberman, my stepfather, and another family friend were in the station wagon. We're the ones that got hit. So I remember seeing on Highway 90 all my shit all over the highway, like 2 a.m. Now, neither of them had licenses, but it's going to make it sound complicated as fuck. Well, anyway, the family friend went to jail because he was the one driving, we'll say, just so my stepfather, who I thought was my father, by the way,
wow,
could keep us going south, So he went to jail. We all packed up in the moving truck. It was really, really squished. I stayed up all night because I thought we were going to die. I was 11. My brother was 8. And my sister was probably, I guess she was like 5. I thought she was younger. Moved here. And then I got hit in the head with a golf club right when we moved here. You can't really see it that well. No, you can't really see. You can see a little bit right here.
Wow.
I got hit with a 5-iron full force by my cousin. Oh. And I had 11 stitches and it looked like Frankenstein.
Wow.
And then my stepfather, who I thought was my father, left my mom for an 18-year-old. He was like 33 at the time. And he took me out and told me the truth that he wasn't my real dad. And I thought he was. He treated me like it.
Wow.
And
that was the first time you learned that? Yeah,
that was the first time I learned that. Up north, he trained me like my whole life to race dirt bikes. And I had no clue he wasn't my dad. He treated me like a son. He treated me great. But that's when I found the truth. Now, I recently just met my biological father in 2016. He just passed away before Christmas, though. But I flew up to Mass a couple of times and I got to hang out with him. So,
wow.
I'm glad about that. Yeah.
That's a trip. So you were so he left at the same time as you realized he wasn't your real dad?
Yeah, he told me the truth right when he was leaving my mom.
Was he still part of your life after that, or was that kind of sayonara?
Well, see, my brother and sister are his biological kids, and we have the same mom. I don't consider them like half brothers. They're my brother and sister as far as I'm concerned, but their dad, he's been around since I was a kid, but, he wasn't my real father. It started to fizzle away. He had more kids. Like, I don't really talk to him anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to him in years, though, but I don't have a problem with him. I actually found him a few years ago and called him, and, like, I thanked him for everything and stuff, because even though, like, my brother and sister don't talk to him, and they think he's pretty shitty, and he's their father, but I was like, I had no clue, and him, like, he included me in his passion for racing dirt bikes and shit. Yeah. And he included me, and I did it with him, and I raced up north before I moved here. Now, I might not have stuck with that, but I found my own passions, and I've always followed those. Usually it's playing music, but, as I get older, I have kids now. I can't do that so much anymore. I still play, but just anything creative, Yeah. So, so I appreciate it. So I thanked him and shit. So,
wow. That's really powerful. So, when you found your dad, it was just really recently. That's only 3-4 years ago?
I found him about 10 years ago online. Okay. I found I had more sisters up there from him. And yeah, we finally met him in late 2016.
Oh, that's when you met him.
When we finally went up there, 2016.
What
So I
was that
finally met him.
like?
It wasn't even that weird.
Wow.
It wasn't that weird.
Were you like look at him for the first time and like, this is my blood? Like I can just
Yeah, it was kind of strange, but he just really chill as fuck. You know, we smoked a bunch of weed together, so
that's pretty rad.
No hard feelings here. You know, he was 19.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really know the whole story, but I don't hold grudges. You know, not anymore, at least.
No, I think that's awesome. I think that's one of the like pieces of work we have to do is, you know, becoming adults in the world is kind of realizing that our parents are just kind of fucked up kids too, and like they're just doing the best they could.
Yeah, exactly. My mom was a drug addict with me, so we used to party together.
Wow.
We used to do coke together. We went to the methadone clinic together for 10 years.
Wow.
Me and my mom. We're both off it now, though. But
that's awesome. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. But we're, you know, we were like good friends. We were drug buddies too, though. You know,
because she was pretty young.
Yeah, she was young, and me and my brother started playing music young, and so I would have bands that would come here and they'd stay at my mom's house and whatever. Like we had the flop house, so yeah. But you know, they traded shows.
My mom wasn't that person, but my friends' moms were those. You know, so I like understand this dynamic.
Even when I was younger, like the family rule was 15, you can get a tattoo and you can smoke. You know, I've tattooed my mom. Wow. My mom showed me how to tattoo with that needle and Indian ink, the prison style.
Oh wow!
When I was 15, she showed me how to do it. That was just a family rule, yeah. So no regrets there or anything though.
So are you pretty much covered in your whole body with tattoos?
No, I actually haven't even been tattooed in probably over 12, 13 years. Most of mine were done before I was even 8. Well, a good bit were done before I was 18. Before I was even 21, though.
Wow.
And I've maybe been tattooed a handful of times since then. And not in about 12 years or something.
I feel like I have 2 pretty large tattoos, and I feel like I could deal with getting them and the pain of it and the like healing of it easier before I like got healthier. And the healthier I get, like the more, I don't know. I still want to finish.
I hear you. I used to be, I got my throat and shit when I was like 19.
Yeah, that's hardcore.
You know, now, it'd be rough, man. You know, it would be really rough. But mostly just sitting there forever. I can't stand sitting still, you know. Just be 6 months to get a fucking haircut because I don't want to sit still. Bugs, I just got one, so.
Your hair looks very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not just me that feels that way. Because I was like, did I just become a pussy at some point? Or like, what the hell happened?
I don't want to do shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even want to go to a show unless I'm playing one.
No, I like never want to leave the house.
No, I just want to sit here and smoke weed and like make stuff, make videos. I'm good. I've done enough in my life. I'm lucky I'm not dead, so.
Totally, that's how I feel. That was actually became my motto eventually. It was like, I'm not dead yet, so let's live this up.
Yeah. Exactly.
I've been on a craft kick lately. I've been like making all kinds of shit, so the creativity's been pouring out lately. But
that's all I want. That's all I want in life. Is to be able to be creative. That's why it's great that I can make these videos sitting right here in my fucking library in my garage.
Yeah,
you know?
It's pretty awesome.
And it all started just from. You know, I mean, I still use this phone for them. This little ass fucking phone when I got this little iPhone. But then I started investing like in the microphone, and you know, I'm getting more shit. It's been. Next month will be 3 years that I've been making these videos, but
that's pretty awesome.
Still edit everything right here.
I feel like I could get a better camera, but otherwise I think I'm okay for now. But
just a little bit at a time. I mean, it used to just be me, this phone, and I would sit in cars and just read everything, and I'm just edit it all from here. I'm hitting my microphone, but then I just started investing over time. So.
I actually feel like editing is easier on my phone. Like
it is.
I don't know why.
You know how long it would fucking take me to sit in here on like Premiere Pro or something? Yeah. I could do it. This is like a dumbed down, easy, user-friendly version of it.
Yep.
It's so much easier. I can walk around. I can do shit. I can listen to it through an earphone. Bam, 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 bam. I don't need a keyboard, nothing. I just got to touch it.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I'm like, it must be the touch screen as part of it, but I'm like, all I ever want to do is add sound and remove stuff. That's pretty simple. That's all I really need from an editing program. So,
well, I mean, it's just like everything I've done, like music, whatever else creatively. It's not like I've had the money to like start with everything great. So I just fucking go with what I got and then get decent at it that way. So it's not like I don't need like the best shit to get something done. I work with what I got.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's like a powerful part of what makes it accessible to people and engaging to people is that it's really relatable. People are like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I have going on. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not super special or whatever. And, you know, and it's like that, it's almost like that idea that like pain breeds good art or whatever, and suffering and whatnot. It's not even necessarily pain and suffering. It's just like this being sort of real, I think.
I think it's kind of like, we tend to look at everything like we need one, but we have to exclude the other, like happiness and sadness. Like, but it's sadness that makes happiness able to be. I mean, like, so it's like you can't even experience it. That's why I like depression, and like a lot of artists get that way though. But those low lows lead to a lot of creativity. It's like putting manure on the fucking garden.
I was just thinking today, I was like, well, if I tried to write like a really good poem today, it wouldn't work because I have no strong emotions recently. Like, you know.
My main thing is I don't push it. I don't force it.
Right.
I just let it come to me and then trust it that it will. Because, you know, just writing a song, if I force it, it's going to be a shitty song.
Yes.
But if I just let it come to me, those are usually the best. So I let the info come to me.
I'm exactly the same. And I hear people who are like, no, you should force it out because you need to practice and like get all these hours in or whatever. And I'm like, I think it's way, like, I just spit out whatever comes to me in the moment. And like, if I don't write a poem for a year, like, that's how it goes. And if I write 10 in a month, like, that's how it went.
I'm the same way because I write poetry. I'm published.
Nice job. That's awesome.
I mean, I don't have my own whole book, but I'm 1/6 of a book. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How did you get that? How did you manage that?
An old friend of mine that I met when I was 18 on tour, my old band, when I was like in a punk ska band when I was 18, we played a place called Dothan, Alabama, like Southern Alabama. And the guy that booked us there, Mike, he was a cool dude. He played in the band, you know, all that shit. But, you know, so anyway, I knew this dude, and then like I lost contact with him. Then I found him on Facebook like 15 years later. He's fucking published author. He's written a couple novels, living in Malaysia or some shit now, having like a blog over there or some shit. Anyway, so he's like, he saw some of my poetry on Facebook, and he was like, let's do a poetry book. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll do it. So we just, you know, and we just made it happen.
Wow.
So,
that's awesome. Maybe I should send him my next manuscript.
I mean, I don't get nothing for it. It's all, you know, I buy copies myself and like send them to people or give them away.
Yeah, I don't know if the life of an author is ever going to be lucrative again unless you're just like chosen by Hollywood and Disney. And I don't want to be chosen by them because I know the fucked up shit you have to do to get into that circle.
No, I like the whole DIY thing. That way I can control it, you know. It's you know, I don't really need, you know, like shit helps or whatever, but I can do things as I want to.
Yes.
You know, I can do when it interests me. And that passion will come out if I do it that way, you know, it's all forced out and you can tell, you know?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise it could suck. It would probably suck. So.
Do you have this problem that I have though, where like, so I'm on this thing now where I suddenly am getting a poem a day from this random place and it's like cheesy or whatever, but some of them are like really cool and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I started my day reading a poem that was nice or whatever, and some of them suck so bad. And I'm like, why did that person get recognized and not me? Like, I think that my shit is pretty okay. You know,
I know, but I've been writing like a poem a day.
Shit. But you have?
My poems are small.
Yeah.
It's more like a puzzle, putting it together. Or not that I try, but it's fun. It's fun for me to go through the alphabet a million times in my head with like, I don't know. It's kind of like meditation, just because it's just going blah, 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 blah in your head, which is really what's going on anyway. So
it's a processing practice.
Yeah. So I'll say there, you know, it's better than worrying about shit. Just rhyming noises in my head. I like it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
It's absolutely good practice. So then you're coming up in adulthood and you're a punk musician at first, or how did things go?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much touring the country.
I feel like punk always has had this like truth bent to it, and not necessarily every single, it's not like ubiquitous, but like I feel like in general that crowd has been on the truth bent forever.
Pretty much, yeah. We played with a lot of political punk bands and shit back in the day. Cause we kind of were a political punk band, you know, one of my bands at least. So,
do you find? Or go ahead.
No, nothing. I'm stretching. I'm fucking feeling old. I know that. I'm like, ah.
Dude, I had this massage yesterday that was nuts. I don't know if anybody.
What should you massage? What are you Epstein over here?
Dude, no, it was like this person was doing trigger point active release. I don't know if anyone's ever done that, but it's like retardedly deep tissue, excessively like fascia maneuvering, and then like
I'm all about some deep tissue in now.
Yeah, and she'll find like a fascia point, or sorry, a trigger point, I guess, which is probably similar to acupuncture. I'm not sure. But she'll like press on it as hard as she can. It hurts so bad, and then you're supposed to like move some part of your body with it as it like releases it. And I'm like feeling more beat up than I've ever been in any massage I've ever had. It's pretty awesome.
I've only had one in my life. No happy ending though. And it was $40. What a waste.
Never had a happy ending, but I guess I'm a girl, so it wouldn't count anyway. I think those are just for guys. Huh?
I don't know.
I've only had massages from ladies. Ew, what is it?
Kratom.
Oh yeah.
Gives me like a kratom mustache.
Is that how you got off of methadone?
No, actually, I started using it for pain later on. I can't really take painkillers. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. So
I hear good things.
Yeah. It tastes like shit though.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Gross. So do you find if you look back on your songs from then, are your ideas similar, or are you kind of like, dude, what the fuck was I thinking?
I guess I'm always changing. Like, I don't know, because I don't always write anymore. Sometimes I do, but I have a lot of unfinished shit too. A lot of my personal shit was more about like being a drug addict and shit like that. But I don't know. Of course, I've gotten better over the years, but
yeah,
if you do shit like that, you're going to.
Yes, absolutely. It's like a blessing and a curse. You're like, oh, look at how dumb I was, but also how cute.
Yeah, there's embarrassing shit, but it always is.
It's like Facebook memories pop up now, and I'm like, oh God, what was that's where I was. But you know, it's like that's just part of the process. You grow and you learn more, and you discard old ideas.
Definitely.
So, what kind of like is that the punk scene? You think what sort of like woke you up or like got you on like a path of trying to find the truth in the world, or sort of noticing patterns like that, or do you think it was something else?
I don't even know what my fucking cigarettes are.
Feel free. The fuck? If you need to go find them, I can fill the silence for a time.
Just for a second? Mm-hmm. This is horrible.
It's fine. I'll chat with the people and see what's up. Oh, so many new names here. Adam C, what's up? 5 Arts Liberalis. We've got Fighting Bear. 7 NUI Blue. Nice name. Wisdom again. What's up, Wisdom? Got J Hold. What up, J Hold? Steve. Hey, Steve. Good to see you back. Flat Earth Cuck. Don't be a cuck, man. Gotta move on from that shit. We got Philip K. Balls. What's up, guys? I'm glad YouTube's working again. I know that, like, DLive is better in many ways, but it's nice. It's nice that it's working. Amanda, what's up? Austin, what's up? Jason, what's up? Stancia. Hey, everybody. Random Thoughts. Nice to see you. We got Luis T in the house. Awesome. It's good to see you guys all. I'll drop some of those links in here for you guys. Since my pen name is hard to spell. And it'd be nice if I had like a brand when I started publishing and it was already Rogueways and it could all be sort of like easy, but that's not how things went. So lots of names and lots of places and they're all connected.
Holy shit.
Oh, he's coming back.
Sorry.
We talked no shit about you while you were gone.
Oh, are you serious?
What?
Dog's barking. No, I ran to the. I'm out of breath.
You forgot something.
Store and I had to go get dog food before I came on.
Oh yeah.
And I had to get kratom too. And I had no clue. I left everything in the car except my kratom.
Except kratom, which is what was important. You
Well,
found your cigarettes
get
though.
up, here and get set up too. You know.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I'm all out of breath now. I feel like a fat fuck.
No, I don't know. I don't know what
That's
shit's
why
like there, but I just moved to Colorado and like I can't breathe as well here. But I guess it's like a really high altitude and the air is thinner, and so I'm just not used to it.
I gotta let my dog in. Hold on.
All right. Legend.
Really, Boo Boo?
Daryl Miller, what's up? Scott here.
Come on.
We're just getting started, really. Hey, Kevin. Kevin Michael's in the house. I said before not to give me super chats or super stickers or whatever they're called because I thought that YouTube was taking like a big amount of them, but they're not actually taking much depending on which platform you use to actually transfer the money or whatever. So feel free to do super chats instead of PayPal donations. That's totally cool. In fact, I need some to get to the threshold to ever get the money anyway. And I'm hoping if I never get there, it goes back to the people who gave it, but whatever. So, if you want to share the wealth, do it in any way you want. Ignore my previous statements about not doing it.
Yeah, it's getting bad on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now I got a pit bull under me.
Mm. Can we see him?
I don't know.
Does he levitate?
My dogs are girls.
Oh, cute. I had a pit bull. I love them.
I'm trying not. I just had to burp. I was trying to burp all out in the microphone.
I burped one time on air, and somebody wrote in the chat like she burps. I was like, what a weird statement.
She burps.
I only pretend not to burp.
I've lived with many girls. I know all the nasty shit they do.
Yeah, we just present ourselves well in public, but
yeah, they're grosser than guys, honestly.
I agree. I'm serious. Girls' bathrooms are nasty.
They are. I know. I've had to clean some in my life.
I used to go into the boys' bathrooms anytime I could at a bar or whatever because I'm like, I know it's cleaner in there.
Come here, boo. Come here, boo boo.
Come on.
God, get up. Come here.
Oh, cutie.
Boo boo.
Oh my God. I need a pit bull so bad.
I got a Sookie too. Come here, Sookie.
Oh.
Want to be on the thing? Yeah.
That's so cute.
All right.
They're like,
these are my protectors.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I got them all excited now. All right. You're on the thing. You made it on. All right. I told you I was going to try to get you on, Sookie.
You guys are superstars.
Ooh, knocking all my cords and shit over.
We suddenly.
Oh, heavy. All right, boo. Be my protector. She's this is my border collie. She's 10.
Oh.
I've had her since she was a little tiny puppy.
She's so sweet.
And she's meaner than the pit bull.
They're getting all riled up.
Yeah. All right, go lay down, boo boo. Go lay down. You all tangled up.
She's like,
yeah, my life is fucking hectic.
She's like, I'm a star now. I'm not going anywhere. This is my time.
This is my protector. Yeah.
Oh, I always forget. You guys can also buy Rogueways merch on the site. Go check it out.
Oh, you got a coffee cup? Look at that.
Yeah. I got a t-shirt too that I sometimes remember to wear. And the sweatshirts are awesome.
My favorite coffee cup, my son got me from school, and it's greatest dad or something.
Oh.
I'm so proud of that.
This is my only complaint about this is that I wish it was one of the giant ones because I like to have a lot of liquid at once. Yeah.
You gonna start talking, Sookie? You gonna start talking to the microphone? Yeah, you gonna like me? What do you want to say, old lady? She used to do flips and stuff. I used to when she was a puppy. I was training her like a circus dog. And she loved sticks. She would come. I have pictures of her with a bundle of sticks. I think excuse my language. I think that's called a faggot in the dictionary. A bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
You get a faggot in your mouth. She loves sticks, man.
She loves fags.
Ball. She would do backflips with to catch a ball and shit.
Oh, what a cutie!
She's just staring at me.
Dogs are like life. My aunt sends me this link. She's like, it's like a shelter in my area or whatever, and she's like, check it out. And I'm like, oh, all the dogs I could have. She's like, no, dummy, you're supposed to go volunteer there and not get one.
They came from shelters. I guess Sookie when she was, like I said, a little puppy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how old. Probably whatever the oldest they got. The youngest they can be being adopted, whatever that is.
It's pretty young.
Where she was little with big ears and she would bite me with those sharp puppy teeth.
Oh my God, puppy teeth are so sharp. People don't get it. They're like razors.
And we got Boo Boo when she was about 8 months old there. And she's probably about 7 now. Oh, you guys got old. So did I, though. It's all right.
Yeah, you're all getting old together. So what you have said that you feel like you were led to do the videos that you do. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I just feel like, when everybody goes through I hate the term.
I hate it too.
Awakening.
I don't have a better word though.
I know. I feel like everyone thinks you're crazy. So instead of telling people stuff, I just figured, well, I can probably put it together and, show people why I think or see what I see or think what I think. And there's just an easier way.
Sort of just
Just,
channel it all.
something just keeps pushing me to do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something in here.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know if it's similar for you, but I feel like for me, it all just kind of like fell together almost like accidentally.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. I feel like that's also another aspect of what we were talking about earlier, where it's like more genuine.
Yeah.
We're not like we didn't like get in it to.
I had no plan to do this.
Right.
3 years ago, I didn't plan on doing any of this shit.
No.
I have a decent job. I still have it, but I get to be. I have a creative job too.
That's awesome.
Some of it is.
What's your day job? If you
I
don't
work
mind.
at a big car lot. I'm a photographer and graphic designer.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I drive all the cars, take pictures of them. I do like the little advertisements and stuff.
Dude, that's rad.
I get paid pretty decent. I work banker hours. I've been there like 6 years. They treat me great.
That's pretty cool.
I have a good job.
Yeah, I'm like you. Like, I didn't get into this with a plan. I don't have a desire to make a bunch of money off of it. It'd be cool if it supports itself and, gives me some extra stuff to do good things with.
More so, because I've been doing it almost 3 years, and I just got monetized on my main channel about 5 months ago, I think. And it was decent at first. I was like, oh, it's going to help. It's a little extra money. And I barely broke the $100 threshold to get my money out.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, fuck, I need that for my bills.
Yeah.
My car broke down. I had to just put a new alternator in it. It just broke down last month, too. But I can't afford car payments. Who can do that? That's ridiculous.
I know. I'm never going to do that again.
Me neither.
Learned my lesson big time.
Me too. I fucked that up bad. I'd rather just, because if I break down, I live stream the shit so people see I'm not lying. I just live streamed like 2 weeks ago on the side of the highway on my other channel.
You're like, for real.
The car's flying past me.
Yeah, there's nothing glamorous going on over here. Thank you, Philip K. Balls. I got a super chat over there as we're talking about it. I really do. It does.
Philip Balls up.
Yeah. It really does help.
Scratching 2 dogs.
And I feel like, if you get something out of people's work, you should not, I don't want to say should. It is nice if you feel like you can throw a couple bucks that person's way, because every little bit does help.
Oh, of course. Well, everybody. Yeah, I look at it as like I used to play for a reggae. I used to play for a reggae band around here, and we would play like 4 hour sets. We'd make money doing that. We'd always throw a tip jar up though.
Yeah,
and that's just the way I see it. You don't have to, but there it is if you want to.
Absolutely, it's a tip, right? I'm like, if you because I'll tip my barista. If I get a coffee or whatever for doing a good job and putting it, and that's only like a 5-minute process.
Yeah,
but
I just I don't like asking for shit, so
I hate.
But when people keep asking me or telling me get a PayPal, get a Venmo, well, why the fuck not?
That's the thing. Is I was like, I'm never gonna really do that, and then I finally got time where I'm like, no, I am going to, because I think people want to give you something back for what they're getting from you. Like a lot of people, the work that we're doing kind of deeply affects them and helps them. Like we were saying, when you're waking up, it's like everyone looks at you like you're kind of crazy and it's kind of lonely, and so we kind of give people a way to realize they're not alone and sort of learn more about it and that process. And I think that's valuable. So
dogs are mad at
it is nice. And thank you, Kevin, for your super chat. You guys are awesome.
Give me a few minutes. Go down.
I really appreciate it.
Go down.
It means a lot.
Go down for a few more minutes.
And I also want to give a little shout out to all the new people who came over from Jamie, from you promoting this episode. So thank you to everyone who's subscribed.
Yes, thank you. I gotta act like I'm not looking at them.
Yeah. Ignore. They're like, their heads are peeking up. They're like, Dad, we're right here. Why don't you look at us?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, so I know that you're often bogged down in some of the worst parts of our society, like pedophilia and, the horrors that are going on. So how do you get through that? How does that affect you?
It does sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of why I do my live stream too, because it kind of helps.
Yeah, it's like its own therapy.
Yeah, it's kind of like therapy. And I don't know, because I just have a lot of fucking funny shit come to my mind though when I'm making shit. I was thinking something, I'll crack up. And if I start laughing, I'm like, I'll just throw that in there.
Yeah.
And it just comes to me as I'm making it. So it's so easy to make fun of.
It's pretty awesome though to be able to cut that shit with some humor because like it's heavy, it's hard.
That's the only way I can take it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this motherfucker's egg, his fucking dick is shaped like an egg. Are you serious? Fucking egg dick.
Yes. You're like, how did
That's
he
all
get?
that's all I can think about. I can't even picture it.
You're like, how did he get like these women? Because old women and apparently young kids, like how? If he's like so gross, he's not hot. It's the money, man. It's the money.
He
Gets
reminds me like
everything.
one of the bad guys from Goonies.
Yeah.
Brother. The older bad guy brother.
Ugh.
Allie's, whatever they're called.
So disgusting.
Yeah, I'm trying to take another sip of this nasty shit. Oh,
My tea's almost
got a little
gone.
anxiety today. Fucking all family. I got my weekends because I don't work. I'm just home with my kids all day. I have the worst like panic attacks and like it's just nonstop. I think they're gonna give me a stroke sometime or something. They always scream. I gotta scream all the time.
It's because you're not
Like, running around
distracted,
the house.
right?
Huh?
It's because you're not distracted and you have time to actually sit with shit. You get anxious.
Well, no, I'm just saying my kids drive me fucking
Oh.
insane.
It's the
I love
kids.
them, but
Yeah.
you know, I've been with them all day. I took them to, like I said, I took them somewhere the other day though. They're still hyper as fuck though.
It's crazy. I've been a teacher. I've never been a mother. And like having kids for those little hour chunks is like more than enough for me. I'm like, I love the fuck out of you. And I'm so glad that you're leaving now and I won't see you until tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how parents do it.
Yeah, it's tough. Like I appreciate a break, but then I miss them like pretty quick though
Yeah.
too when I do. So yeah, like if I get like you know I usually practice like once a week, so I go to work all day and then I get like an hour home that I'm out at band practice till like 9, and I hate it when they're sleeping when I get home if they are, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't get to hang out with them today.
That's funny. The love and chaos.
Now the dogs are barking. I'm like trying to go in. Just go lay down for a minute.
You-
Jesus, boo.
That's what we get
Yeah,
for
yeah.
asking to see the dog. So,
Go lay down.
You started all this after you were a father then. So you already were like
Yeah.
balancing work, you know, fatherhood and doing your shows and everything at the same time.
Yeah. Because I started 3 years ago, almost, and my son is 6, so he was 3, and my daughter was like 1, I guess, because she's like 4.
And how much
She's
do
like 4,
they
she is 4.
know about it? Are they like, do they get what you do? Or are
No,
they just
nothing,
like, I don't
man.
know, that's Danny's like garage time or whatever?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, they know I have a YouTube channel, but you know, my son likes YouTube, but you know, he doesn't watch my videos. But
He watches like
you
the
know, we'll
kids
make little
stuff.
videos together. I don't put them up though, or I put them up at a secret place.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. I love that.
Yeah.
So he gets to be a
He wants a
YouTuber
channel,
too.
but he wants a channel, but unfortunately, because of what I do, I can't like put them out there.
No.
So we do it, but it's kind of like a secret. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not sharing it with everybody, and it's hidden.
I think
Only a
that's
few-
cool though.
Yeah, he
that he
likes it.
gets
We
to do
we
that.
build Legos. We unbox them and build them and stuff. And
That's awesome.
I'll make little cool creative videos of you know, we'll be in time lapse,
That's
make
cute.
little Legos and stuff.
Oh, he probably loves
I like
that.
Lego. We got so many fucking Legos, so they're goddamn everywhere.
You're gonna build a whole house out of Lego someday. It'll be your
Well, I
second
can't. I
vacation
would
house.
if I could find the right colors to match.
Yeah.
So they don't understand, and I keep telling them not to mix all the other toys up. There'll be all these little fucking toys and with the Legos. I mean, it just makes it 10 times harder. You know, if you want me to build the Jaws boat again, I will. I need red, black, and white though, and I need them separated. You know.
They just don't get it. So,
No.
are you gonna raise them with like an understanding of the world as far as you get it, or what? How are you gonna deal with that aspect of things?
I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, honestly.
It's
I don't know what
hard.
I'm gonna do. Yeah, it's definitely hard. I hate that they even have to go to school, but they do. You know, my daughter's not in school yet, but
School is the worst.
my son just got suspended last week.
For
'Cause he
what?
got-
Are we proud of him or mad at him?
Well, I'm not really mad. I understand, but it sucks. You told some kid he was going to shoot him.
Oh,
They don't. Yeah, no. I guess like
they have
I don't
zero
know
tolerance
exactly
for
what
that.
happened. I had to go to I had to go pick him up from school and talk to the principal. It was Friday. Yeah, Friday. And so I had to leave work. And I guess like he cut some kid at the lunch line. They're in kindergarten,
Yeah.
mind you. So
He doesn't
he cut
even-
some kid in the lunch line. The kid like hit him, like smacked his arm or whatever. And so he threatened to shoot him. But I told him we don't even have a gun though.
Yeah.
I mean, I did get him a BB gun for Christmas, so maybe that's what he thought.
Maybe
He said Nerf gun though. So they suspended him for a week, and they said usually they gotta have to call the cops for it. I mean, he's
What the
6.
fuck? This is
You
what I
know.
was gonna ask: is if they're treating it because they they tend to now treat it every single instance of anything
said-
related to
they
guns
said
as though
they-
it's like
they're
very
supposed to call the
serious.
cops, but because he had, he was good. They had no priors, I guess, at the kindergarten, no priors. They weren't. But then after I went and picked them up and I talked to them, she called me back like an hour later and she said, we talked about it, blah, blah, blah. So we think it's more appropriate to only do 3 days instead of a week. So
Good. That's a lot more rational. I don't even know if that's a suspension worthy. It's really weird because we can't suspend kids anymore for most things, but we can do it if they like say the word gun for like a week or whatever. And it's like, what? But you can't do it if they like stand up, yell, "Fuck you, motherfucker," to the teacher, and like run out, and, like throw a chair. Like you can't suspend them for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they would rather them hit the kid back. I would say. Well, I told them just don't say gun in school.
Yeah.
It's like an airport. Don't say bomb, gun, or any shit like that. Don't say that.
Unfortunately, yes, that's the safest way. You can't even do gun hands anymore.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
That's a crazy world we live in. If you could homeschool them, would you?
Probably, yeah, if I could. But I'm not like even though I do wear pants, I'm not the one that wears the pants in the house. Being a scummy rocker, if you will, I will always go with girls with more money than me because I can't. I'm like a kid. I'm number one. I'm smart. Number two, I'm like a kid. I can't. I'm not responsible.
Yeah, you need an adult around.
I pay my share, but don't ask me to fucking keep up with it and know the right date to do shit or whatever. So yeah, luckily, and that's another good thing. It's my name's on anything because I don't want to ruin your credit.
Yeah. So
don't put my name on anything. They don't like me.
Are you guys legally married?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I was married. I was married to a teacher. You're a teacher, right?
Yep.
What's up?
What up?
I was married to a high school teacher, actually.
I was a high school teacher. We were not married, anyone who's listening.
Yeah.
This isn't all a game.
He was a 10th grade history teacher. Not when I started dating or anything, but no, I'm not married to her. That only lasted a year. I was like in my mid-20s. I didn't want to get married either. I got drunk on purpose because I was kind of forced to be married.
Oh, God.
I proposed because she wouldn't shut the fuck up, all right? So I proposed.
This is a lesson to anyone listening. Don't propose just to silence someone.
She wouldn't shut the fuck up about getting married. Kind of like this one here.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm not proposing? And I'm like, all right, if I just give her a fucking ring, she'll shut up for like 7 years. I'll buy like some time. Hell no. Within a year, I was goddamn married. Now, fuck. I was double fisting rum and cokes at my wedding and shit. I couldn't do any drugs because I was on methadone, so. Yeah.
You were trying to erase it before it even began.
And I had to like dance with her and shit. And all my scumbag friends were there doing keg stands in this because my wedding was actually fancy because I didn't pay for it,
Right. She organized and got it all done.
It was all nice and fancy right on the beach and a penthouse. My scummy friends fucking doing keg stands, and my friend Steve Savage wore a leather suit to my wedding. That was pretty funny,
awesome.
though. Mm-hmm.
He was like, "This is really uncomfortable, but fuck, I look good."
Mm-hmm. He looked badass, actually. I wish I had a leather suit. Like he drank all my damn rum and coke though, but because I brought some beforehand because I knew the bar wasn't going to be open. All I could do was drink that. I couldn't even smoke weed or nothing because I got drug tested at the methadone clinic. So
I love that they consider weed a drug. Like I get that it is, but so is Tylenol, and like I just don't feel like weed should ever have been considered something.
No, weed saved my life.
Yeah,
that Kobe Bryant. That's crazy. Huh?
Yeah.
The helicopter.
Well, and I didn't realize that his daughter was with him until much later, and that's really, really sad too. So it was him and
still
his
alive
daughter
right now.
Okay. When you're done, will you put the dinner away?
Yes, I'll put dinner away.
You got the chores piling up while you're chatting.
Always. I don't know. Like half the shit would get done if you didn't bitch at me to go do it and give me like a list every day off. Just do it.
Just do it.
You're gonna keep bitching about it. Of course, I'm gonna forget about it because it's on my mind.
My friends were like, "You need to learn about the honey-do list," and I'm like, "What is this magical tool?"
I get it all the time. You know what I tell her to do on her day off? Not a goddamn thing. I don't care what the fuck you do.
That's true. It's such an unequal situation here.
Basically, I'm just rushed around the house with anxiety, trying to clean up after 2 tornadoes called kids.
Yeah.
Rushing before she gets home from work to try to get bitched at the least amount as possible. Because I know that she's going to bitch about something. You couldn't do laundry today? you know.
I love that this is like men's motivation. It's like, how do I not get bitched at?
Exactly. That's my motivation. That's my only motivation. I don't need everything all neat and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
My fucking, I can't think like that.
You just don't want
I'm a
us to
mess. I
like be
can't
crying
organize.
and angry and like.
I just try to get bitched at the least amount as possible. So, yeah.
That could
Because
be.
I'm going to have to sweep the floor like 20 times. But don't get a wood floor.
Yeah.
Ever since we got a wood floor in here,
You have to sweep
all I do is fucking sweep. When I had a carpet, it was fine. She ain't got to
It
hear
all
me.
kind of blends in with the carpet. You don't notice it.
Yeah, you don't notice it. I got 2 dogs in and out. I got fucking kids. I'm always sweeping the fucking floor.
This is part of why, like, I want a dog really bad, but I will probably not get one. Is because I don't want to vacuum every day.
Well, I'd rather vacuum because you can do it like once a week. Thank you.
What was I just
Well,
going to ask you?
Who's picture with fucking Clinton?
What?
I don't know. I'm reading the chat.
Oh.
All I know is all these. I'm excited. What are you gonna do?
I was going
like
to
your
ask you about
octopus.
coronavirus. Oh, thank you. This is for sale, by the way.
Oh, it's for sale. Nice.
I live with an
nice.
artist. My boyfriend is an artist, so these are both.
Nice,
The
nice.
tree one is not for sale. This is actually claimed already, but the octopus is still available.
I like the colors.
He has very, I think it's technically like pop surrealism or whatever. He does a lot of like this kind of weird shit.
I like it. I'm an artist too, but I haven't been able to like paint or anything. Like ever since I have kids, I get into everything.
You're a visual
That's why-
artist
that's-
as well? You're like every kind of artist.
Every kind of. I'm not every kind. I've
You
never
write,
sculpted.
you do music, you paint, like that's
yeah.
pretty
Anything
wide-ranging.
creative though, I like doing. I'm a photographer.
Yeah,
All kinds of shit. I just like doing shit. I like being creative.
I'm the same. I'm just not
So,
good at anything but writing and maybe photography. I'm pretty good at, but
Well, see, my thing is I'm not the best at anything, but I'm good at a lot of different things.
yeah.
So I'm happy with that though. Instead of
think-
sticking to one thing.
I think that's another thing that's like true about a lot of people who are in the sort of like, I also hate the term truth community, but I'm just going to
Yeah, I
use it
know.
because I don't have a better word again. But in this sort of community, there's a lot of people I think who are sort of wide ranging and eclectic in their abilities. And I think that's part of what allows us to sort of see these like overview connections of things and be like, oh, wait, there's like something going on over here. I think that's part of it. And like being creative and being able to voice it too, I think is a part of it. But it's interesting.
Yeah, well, it's for me. It's kind of like noticing patterns.
Mm-hmm.
5-minute mile. I could run a mile in 5 days, 5 hours, 5-hour mile. I ain't running nowhere, man. I don't need to go to unless the cops are chasing me or something.
5-minute mile,
Fuck, I gotta
never.
run.
Even when I was young, I could maybe like 8. I don't know what's normal.
No, I just
12?
quit. I quit methadone after 10 years on that, and another 7 on painkillers before that. So
Dude, you're
80 steps. Like, what about Bob?
Right.
I'm not ready to quit. I like smoke. I'm smoking another one right now. Fuck it.
I finally quit smoking. I don't even really know. A handful of years ago, but I was like vaping on and off after that, so I don't know what counts or whatever, but I don't vape either anymore. I actually don't even drink coffee now. I quit that too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's how far I am, but I used to do a lot of bullshit.
I used to do a lot of coke and painkillers and all kinds of shit. So
Yep. I'm with you. I never did. Well, I did heroin twice, but I never like did heroin.
I never shot it. Actually, I ate it. Being a fat guy, I always liked eating drugs. I think. Because you could eat that. What was like black tar though. I only did it once because I couldn't find painkillers.
I knew you could eat it technically, but you're not talking about like with food or whatever. It's just like in a pill. Like you just put the substance in like a thing and eat it.
Yeah, it was like a gushy booger, and I ate it.
Who doesn't want to eat a gushy booger?
Exactly. My kids do it all the time. I'm like, stop fucking picking your nose and eating it in front of people.
That's so gross. I saw a grown man doing it, and I like, where was I? I was in New Orleans, and I was like, a parade going by, and he's on a float, and he's just like clearly this like older guy's arm candy or something, and he's just like, so he's like bored and doesn't give a shit about anything, and he literally just like picking his nose and like looks at it and then he eats it. And I'm like, like,
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, it worked. When I ate it. I've eaten crank too. I've only smoked it once. It's like homemade meth. I don't do any of this shit no more. I'm saying that, but I do have a past. Yeah.
I ate crystal meth a bit, but I preferred to smoke it. I smoked heroin, but I didn't shoot it.
I tried. I did smoke it once. Well, it was the same once. Yeah, it was 2 days.
The same ones. Yeah, yeah,
the same
me too.
once. I cut it. Yeah, I tried. I don't feel like I got anything on it, but
dude, the like come down or whatever, I was so aware of how badly I wanted more that I was like, never again. Like, I'm not going that path because I know me,
Yeah,
and
I
I'll
know.
never stop, and I'll die.
I never thought I was gonna get off methadone in my life, but
It's pretty amazing.
finally,
Yeah.
it is. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. You know, do I feel like shit? Yeah, I do right now. I'm not withdrawing, but I feel pretty fucking sore. But I did take my kids out.
They say, how long have you been off methadone?
Since about 2015.
That's
The exact
rad.
date I gotta look it up because I remember I played a concert. It was an oyster roast, and I was like still kind of withdrawing then. I had been off for like a week, and I had no weed. But some guy
Yikes.
like smoked some vape weed with me there. I was like, thank God.
Thank God. Yeah, I do I have like a weed tincture, and I have like a CBD stuff, but I don't even get high. I don't even smoke weed anymore. I'm like lily white now, which is why
I don't
people
get
are
high
like
either.
shocked when they hear about like crystal meth and whatever in my past. I'm like, yep, it's been a long road,
Yeah.
but I smile a lot more now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a happier person.
That shit is nasty. Goddamn. Kratom.
Cigarettes or kratom. Well, I was gonna say
cigarettes are
I've
delicious.
heard that cigarettes are actually nicotine is actually the hardest drug to quit, harder than heroin. I've heard.
Probably.
I don't know how much of that is like social acceptance, and I mean you can't like go into a restaurant and shoot up or whatever. But
I know. Discriminated against.
but it is.
These
It's
look
smokers are more and more like shunned from society.
Yeah,
Like you're not
yeah.
allowed to be a smoker
I
now.
already was shunned. They're worse.
It is. It's bad. Someone was saying just the other day, they're like, God, going outside to smoke a cigarette anywhere in public is just like, you may as well just like wear, I
You're the
forget what
bad
they said.
guy.
Yeah. Everyone's just like, ew.
Stay away from me then. Get the fuck away.
I don't know if anyone watches IT Crowd, but there's this episode where they like have to go further and further away. And eventually at the end, they're just like Russian, like babushkas, and it's like freezing cold. And they're like, it's the end for us.
I hate to even tell them this, but I had to go to Disney World. World. With my family, because my girlfriend actually went 19 times before she was 19.
Wow.
Yeah, and her parents were all about it, you know.
Oh, God.
So her parents, for my son's last birthday, were taking my son and my daughter and my girlfriend, whether I went or not. So I was in a double bind because either I go and have an anxiety attack the whole time and
be
that
like,
goes-
that's pedophilia and this is fucked up and
Yeah,
there's some like
exactly.
Saturnian shit. Like,
or I stay home and I'm the asshole that misses his son's birthday, you know, so it was like a double bind.
oh, God.
Yeah. And it's not like, you know, they were paying for it, so it's not like I had to pay for it, but still.
Yeah, it's still
So
torture.
I had to go, and honestly, it was fucking horrible.
Oh, that sucks.
Just because I hate. It's hard for me to like enjoy anything in like the society
Yeah,
anymore. You know, like because I know everything's bullshit. Number one,
right.
but social anxiety just around so many people. You know, it's like I get me the fuck out of here. I don't want to be around. So and you know I couldn't smoke anywhere. I had to walk like a mile away. I feel like out of there to go smoke. And then by the time I got out there to where I could smoke, she's calling me, "Where the fuck are you? We're about to get on this ride." Blah, blah. I'm like,
You're like, I just got
Plus,
here.
I almost got arrested because I'm an idiot. So
What'd you do?
going into Magic Kingdom, they search your bags, and I had these shorts I'm wearing right now. They're like my comfy basketball shorts. I had those in my bag, rolled up with a pack of cigarettes in it, with a joint in it. So they detained me to the side, ran my background check and all that. They threatened to throw me in jail for a joint. And I was like, well, I thought it was legal here, you know, medically or whatever. And I was like, I looked it up and it said like up to, I forget what it was, but up to like, but that wasn't the point though. They said it was because it was the park. But luckily, and they were going to ban me. They said they could ban me for life too. I was like, please do.
Yeah, please.
I
Make
don't
the
have to ever come
perfect
back
excuse.
I don't mind that at all. But then again, I'm the asshole that's going to miss my son's birthday at Disney World, you know?
Yeah.
So, and yeah, it was stupid. I didn't think about it. But luckily, they took it. And that was a big fucking joint because I didn't have a grinder. So it was, they stole my weed. But they let me go, though.
So all that really means is they kept it for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't have
But I was
log
talking
it
to the
or-
sheriff. I was talking to the sheriff about all the pedophilia down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did he
because
know?
there was two
Or
of them.
she?
It was a he. There was two of them. One was a dick, and he was like big and beefy and bucked up at me, like, "Oh, I'll throw you in jail." Blah blah blah. And the other one was an older dude, and he was kind of cool. But when he was taking me to the side, I was like, honestly, I'm more scared about her. She's gonna kill me. Oh, and like, I guess I sounded emotional. He's like, "Well, don't cry now. This is your fault." And I said, "No, I'm not crying. I'm not gonna cry." I was like, "I know it's my fault.
Yeah.
If you gotta take me to jail, you do. I mean, I'm whatever." But anyway, after I did that, he calmed down and stuff, and we were talking. He's like, and he told me, he's like, honestly, if you don't have anything on your background, they're probably just gonna let you go with a warrant, you know. So, and I started talking to him. I was like, "There's a lot of pedophiles down here." I was like, "I think it's like a county over. Is it Broward County?"
Broward County is like the evil county,
yeah, exactly.
Where all that bullshit happens with fucking Deborah, what's her name, Wasserman, the fucking crazy looking woman who's like not even human. Wasserman Schultz.
Wash your hands. Smells like Schultz in here.
Yeah. Ew. Yeah, I drove through Broward County twice this last October, November, whenever I did my last road trip, and both times I was like, "God, I just want to get out of here."
I was down there in October, early October.
Oh, we were probably like right next to each other. I actually liked Florida a lot more than I thought I would. I thought I just hated all of Florida, and then I went and I was like, "There's actually some really cool parts of Florida, like New Smyrna Beach."
I've played there a few times in the past, you know.
Yeah.
Not in a while though.
Wait, so this guy was like, "Yep, there's pedophiles here," or what?
No, he was just like, "Really?" Blah blah blah. Yes.
Oh.
He knew that. He had to have known.
Yeah.
Because I even looked it up. There was like somebody arrested that weekend for like roping a kid.
Yeah, they got to go to fucking.
They were too busy worrying about my joint.
Seriously.
But, yeah.
We're focused on all the wrong things most of the time. Well, it sounds like there was a pretty big like hornet's nest that was dropped in your lap with this standard hotel Hollywood shit. What was that all about?
Standard Hotel.
Yeah. Is that not the right name?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't think I've
misunderstood.
covered that.
Oh.
I don't think I've covered that. Huh. I've heard of the hotel though.
I have the ability to merge two memories into one, and so
that's cool.
It's like somewhere else.
Memories are they're a little fluid anyway.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Mine are a little bit.
Sometimes
fluid.
I don't know what the fuck if I but there is something about a hotel there. I don't know. Is it the hotel?
This is in Hollywood somewhere.
Yeah, Chamarlade or some shit.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've gone down there yet though. Not like literally. I've never been to California, but I mean like.
You've never been to California?
No, I almost did. I was on tour when I was like 23. We played Las Vegas, but just like everything was going wrong, shows were canceled, and we got in an accident and all this shit. So, and I was going through withdrawals. It sucked, but
it just did not work out for you.
Nah, but we did play Vegas.
That's pretty cool. Vegas is one of the places I hate most in the whole entire world.
I understand.
I'm just like, it was cool to go and see it, and I understand why people love it, but I'm like, I just,
It looks like my town, but bigger. I live in Myrtle Beach, which looks like a mini Vegas.
Oh, wow.
It's like Vegas on an ocean.
I wanted to go to Myrtle Beach. I'm still going to go to Myrtle Beach someday, but I haven't been.
Yeah, I mean, just like a beach, I guess. It's supposed to be like a family beach town, I guess. That's what it was.
Not so much
Silence,
anymore.
a hotel manager? Was he on that plane?
What?
I'm reading the chat.
You're reading a different chat than I'm reading.
Am I?
Yeah. I don't know where your chat is.
I'm on your chat, I thought.
Oh.
on Facebook.
Oh, I can't read the Facebook comments.
Oh.
I mean, I could, but then it's annoying. So I just have the one here on Restream has my YouTube and my DLive all in one place.
Yeah. Do you use Restream.io?
Yeah.
You can get that chat.
I can get a chat. If I get I have that, and so my YouTube, my DLive both come to Restream, but my Facebook won't because I don't want to put my comments to public.
Okay.
So that anyone can comment on any of my shit.
What about YouTube? It doesn't.
YouTube I get and DLive I get. They're both.
Okay. Well, I'm reading the YouTube ones.
Oh. What? Helicopter crash to silence the hotel manager. Oh, okay, I do see it.
Are you high or am I high? I thought I was high.
I just seem high all of the time, but...
Me too.
This is why I don't need to do drugs anymore. I'm like, seriously, people will get high around me, and then I'll start feeling high from them, because I'm like, whatever that
Well,
is. It's my magical skill.
Radiate those vibes. That's so
See,
I think.
I'm getting them from you. Yeah, there's been a lot of helicopter crashes lately. There was another one today that killed like 20 some kind of military people.
Oh no, everyone's talking about the
Kobe
Kobe
Bryant one.
Bryant.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 people.
Well, those are both today, but just like in
Yeah.
general, I feel like this is like a really easy way because helicopters crash really easily. They're like the most dangerous thing to fly, apparently.
I've never been in one, thank God.
I don't want to go in one because they're like so easy to crash. But I feel like therefore it's easier to take people out if you want to take someone out. Not that I think there's any
My
conspiracy
ears always
about
perk
Kobe,
up if
but-
I hear a helicopter crash. You
Yeah.
know, I've researched the Clintons way too much.
Yeah.
It's like,
But I don't know if
yeah.
Kobe is really like involved with anything that he would
I
be a
don't know
target.
either, but I
Maybe.
started to wonder
Well,
because you never fucking know anymore.
and did you see that thing today that was like some cartoon at some point in like 2014
I
had
did.
him crashing in a helicopter?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these, so like a lot of the Simpsons ones, it turns out afterwards you find out that actually came out after the event, and people are just like, "Oh, look, they predicted it." It's like, no, that came out like the next week or the next month. But some of them
It's all strange.
are
yeah.
real, I think, and this one was definitely real. So I'm like, okay, sometimes the shit is definitely happening.
There's
so
a lot of synchronicity sometimes, and
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's all been written and all
Right.
been done in some way before.
it's just like a script that we're following.
But it's different now. I mean, it's different every time, though. But it's the same, pretty much. It's like the same cycle over and over again.
Do you think this is
But
what
it-
deja vu comes from?
Huh?
Do you think that's what deja vu comes from?
Maybe.
You kind of like, wait, I've been here before, literally.
I feel like we're going up a slinky dink.
Yeah. I kind of
spiral.
picture it. Yeah, I kind of picture it exactly like that. It's like you're going,
Yeah.
you're like revolving, but each time you're like a little bit further, but it's like kind of the same.
Yeah. And we're never going to get there because we're always in the place that we are.
Absolutely.
The place we'll always be. And it's going to be this. It's going to feel like the same all the time.
That's why
Although it's going to be different.
that's why you gotta
But
live
we
in the
can't. We
moment.
can't leave the space. This what's going on? It's the same. It's exactly the same as it was when I was a kid. The same thing going on.
Yeah.
But you can't really put a word. You can't really put it in words. But
Yeah.
the flow, life, whatever you want to call it.
Isn't it weird?
Weird.
I just had this feeling the other day that I'm like, what if it doesn't even make sense though when I say it out loud. But I'm like, what if your like memories were not even really real, but like because you exist now, you sort of like have to fill them in because you assume something like came before this, and so you just sort of like go back and like what's the most logical next step, and your brain is like this supercomputer that just like filled it in.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense because then we're like, whatever I'm making right now, I'm having that thought, and then the next thought, I remember that, and so it actually did.
Well, I
happen.
do know that we tend to blame the past, not realizing that it doesn't exist, that we create the past in the moment.
That's
we
what
see
I'm tripping
ourselves. Yeah, we see ourselves as like the wake of the ship, moving the ship. We don't realize we're the ship.
Nice.
And, just like here, if you close your eyes and listen and you hear, where's the sound coming from? Is it coming from the past? No, it's coming from now, and it trails off like those wakes.
Yeah,
So everything's created now in the moment, and then it fades away.
literally.
Over and over. It's never ending story, though.
Never Ending Story is my favorite book.
It's good.
Have you read the book? No one ever has.
I don't think I have. No, and I've read a lot of books in my life. I never read that one.
The book is amazing. It's
Yeah.
like veiled as a children's book, but it's not a children's book at all. It's like the deepest, most esoterically significant, alchemically significant
It's
book in
sad.
the
It makes
world.
me cry every time in the horse.
That's just like a tiny fraction. The movie is like the first half of the book. The book has a whole nother half, and it's not the second movie.
Good,
different
because that
story.
movie sucked.
I know. Well, actually, I never watched it because I felt betrayed. I was like, no, the first one is it. That's all
Yeah.
there is.
That's all you need. Yeah, they ruin it. They really do.
They totally ruined it. All right,
Yeah.
so are you scared of coronavirus?
No,
No. You
I
kind
don't
of
want to live. I realize that fear's out of control, so I'm not going to live in fear.
Yes.
No, not at all.
I feel like once you go through this cycle enough and you're like, oh, okay, we had like swine flu, it was fine. We had fucking Ebola, it was fine. Like, there's always another disease. And, they're
Yeah,
always
but-
trying to like convince us that it's going to be a worldwide pandemic. And I'm like, why are you trying so hard? Like, let it go,
I know.
man.
I do feel like there's something weird about it, though.
Yeah.
Especially if you look at the links between gates, just because I found them myself too.
Yeah, the patents
I
and
did,
shit.
I found somebody shared the patent, and I looked up the place, and I found the experiments, And then I looked up, and the experiments were funded by Bill and Melinda Gates
Those
Foundation.
motherfuckers.
I was
They're
like,
such
what?
dirty people.
Yeah. And I was like, damn. Now,
Yeah.
you know, people are saying it may not be the same strain or anything. And maybe, I don't know. I don't know shit about this shit.
Yeah.
But I'm still getting used to this thing.
Just
I
gonna
don't know
start
shit
throwing
about
shit.
I don't know. But I saw
Yeah.
that. Why's that name gonna pop up again? God
Well,
damn.
There's the theory that, I mean, it's not even theory, it's like a genuine thing that it is actually, there's a rational reason to have these viruses on stock, and it's so that you can make the vaccines to like blah blah blah. But like, I also just find it really strange that they own the patents on them. Like, if you really cared about like helping people get over these diseases or whatever, you would just let anyone create the fucking medicine for it, and you would let that go. I don't know. It's just I get the reason they put forth of why they have this, but I also don't buy it. So that's the point.
I don't fucking know. I just think it's all weird. The motherfucker's name on talking about we need vaccines so we can save the earth and have less people or whatever. You know, like, what are you talking about? Covering up the fucking child porn, dude. You can't find that shit anywhere. I thought I couldn't find a picture of that guy anywhere.
Which one?
His old, I think he was like architect on his old land that he had. I don't know what his
Bill
title
Gates
was.
Connection.
Yeah, Bill Gates thing, and he was.
I didn't look into
arrested.
that too much.
I made a video on it called "Storm the Gates."
Cool.
And if you look it up, and this guy that was arrested for all this child pornography, he you can't find it anywhere. It's like it was almost scrubbed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
there's a few things that I found though. Yeah.
Dude, he
just don't want
creeps
his
me
name
out.
associated. Yeah. The motherfucker's weird looking.
Yeah. And his wife.
Probably an alien. I'm at the point. I'm not being serious, but shit, maybe a little bit. I'm at the point where they could be fucking aliens.
They
like,
could be.
You know, it makes
like,
more sense.
Yeah.
You know, it makes more sense than anything else.
You kind of have to go there because you're like, why the fuck would humans do this to other humans? Like, what the fuck? But then you're like, if they're like infected with some sort of fucking alien consciousness or something, they're like.
Well, I can say metaphorically, at least it is true.
Yeah.
You know, metaphorically it is true because they are like that. But shit, could it be true? Maybe in some aspect, yeah. I don't fucking know.
I don't have any evidence that it's not.
Maybe they're under the influence of something.
Right.
Maybe some might say alien. Some other people might call it demonic.
I'd
but
say
I think we're talking about the same thing.
Same.
Yeah.
For sure. Call it whatever you want to. It's like, feels like it's infiltrating. Again, even if you are only talking in metaphor, it's like something's infiltrating and like making these people.
Something.
And like you're saying, even if you're like, it is inhuman. It's inhumane.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's like, you know, humans aren't supposed to be that way.
I can't imagine.
We're supposed to live from here. The heart, sacred heart.
And you know it, like you see a fucking baby, and a baby's like never, ever evil. Like it's always living from its heart and expressing its truest self or whatever. And
that's the.
We get traumatized.
Well, yeah, but what we are is love, and that's why it's such a higher vibration and it's more healing and everything. You know, I've seen it in experiments. We all have. If anybody's watched like the water experiments, if you've had a garden. You can experiment yourself by talking.
Yep.
The way we talk to animals and treat other people, you can just tell it's much more powerful.
Absolutely.
But they want us to live in fear always because, you know, they can take shit away and control us more.
And that's
and they divide us. When race stops working, go to gender. We'll divide them that way.
Yeah. Yeah. When that gets old, go back to race. You're like, you've got two games here. And politics, of course.
The further they go, though, the further they divide us, the more the divided meet on the other side. It's a spectrum. It's a round spectrum. It's like either the far left and far right, or pretty much the same thing. Yeah. Just like if you use Photoshop, it's a spectrum of colors. It's a strip, but at the top, red goes back to red, and purple on the other side. So
it's literally a circle. I have this really beautiful image. I wouldn't be able to find it fast enough to throw it up, but maybe I'll put it in the, I'll throw it on Facebook or something for people who want to look at it. But it's the political spectrum in 4 quadrants in a circle. And it not only has like every single possible political party or affiliation or philosophy or ideology or whatever, but it also has the 16 personalities from the Myers-Briggs test or whatever. And it has them scattered around there and which political philosophies that they would be like most aligned to. It's pretty fascinating, but I love that it's in a circle, which I think is how it should be presented to people. So you can see, like, especially at the center, like how close these things that were supposed to be divided over, like, really are.
Yeah, they made it. They made it on the other side.
Yeah.
You know, like they start. I mean, those lines. This like the lines are arbitrary anyway.
Yeah.
You know that, but I don't just see it as a spectrum in a circle. I see it as like a more like a sphere, circle. That's how to say it. Spherical spectrum. Well, because it all bounces off each other in every different way.
You should create that. You should make that. You're a graphic designer. Make us a spherical political thing diagram.
Shit. I'd make a pile of shit then. Probably it wouldn't be a sphere. It'd be like a pile of dog shit.
Yes.
Political spectrum.
I think this makes more sense. This is actually representative of it.
Feels like it.
What's up, Ramsey's in the chat? We got some more people coming in. That's awesome. So I was gonna ask you then, what you think, like, what do you think it is that kind of allows this like evil to thrive, or like what is society doing wrong?
Well, it's been egotism. We've been divided, and it's been egos, and now why? Is it just human nature? Maybe somewhat, but maybe I don't know. I just feel like it's under influence some way.
Yeah,
feels like it at least, but it's definitely been out of balance. You know, it's been tilted the wrong way, and where there's going to be an action, there's going to be a reaction. So yeah, it's been out of balance for so long, and that's why it's not happening all at once. You know, we'd all fucking go crazy and lose balance. We'd all fall over.
Yeah,
if we found everything out at once, and it seems like it's taking forever. But in the scheme of things, it's not.
That's true.
I can't keep up with it. I have anxiety every day just looking for news, and I need input. I'm like fucking Johnny Five, organic. But yeah, we couldn't take it. I couldn't take it.
Yeah, if it was just sudden
rioting and killing themselves or killing somebody else.
Yeah, because most people can't even handle the slow feeling trickle that it seems to be now.
Well, yeah, because it's like your reality gets pulled out from under you.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? You know, you're floored.
I really love the hope that I have that this really is like this sort of great awakening happening, and that people really will wake up more and more and more, and then these things will not be allowed to survive anymore because we'll be looking at them, and you know,
they can only, because just from our own personal experience, once you know, see, you can't unsee. So it's not like we're gonna stop. Anybody that does is gonna stop, and as more people do, they can't go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't put it back in the bottle.
No, you can't. It's impossible.
What do you think then are the sort of strongest and best parts of our society that help to keep this going and uncover more and more?
There's people putting info out, I guess. I don't know. That's all I try to do. And somehow I just found that I had this ability to put these fucking videos together to make it some shit seem obvious, I guess. You know?
Well, and to have it's like who you are though too, like your persona and the way that you present things. Like we were saying earlier, like you have this comedy that is really helpful and stuff, but you're just genuine and real, and that too, I think, is like a big part of it. And
yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just throw it together until I get somewhere, and then you know, like I said, if something makes me laugh, you know, I crack it. Sometimes I crack up at myself for like, you know, I crack myself up all the time, but I'll just sit there cracking up, man. Where'd the blind items come from? They come from a website called crazydaysandnights.net. And it's been up for years, you know, and
that's the site
I don't know I don't know if it's all true or not. I just noticed the pattern I notice is he'll call shit out, and then like later on the shit will come out. Not everything, but sometimes you know, a lot of times I've noticed it. So
that's pretty cool. So you have seen the veracity of his claims over and over again.
I've seen a lot of them come that I found out later. Yeah. One, for instance, is, and it was the first, I think it was at least one of the first Epstein videos I made. I want to say I made it in 2018. It may have been early 2019. It was before he was arrested again.
Yeah.
And Crazy Days and Nights, it was a post from 2017 saying, I can't believe the island's back, where everybody may go to jail or maybe nothing will happen. He's like, I never thought that we'd hear anything about it again. And then like a year later,
wow,
Epstein was arrested. Yeah. So
That's fascinating.
yeah, I have seen a lot that have come true later on.
Yeah. Well, and some people think that things like that are like a limited hangout sort of thing, right? Like where they're like giving you a little bit and feeling like making you feel like someone's on your side or something sort of.
Yeah, I don't know who to trust. I wouldn't tell anybody to trust anybody.
Right.
I just, I don't. I just, if I find info, I can work my mind around that. If I can like find some kind of proof at least, Now I might not find proof on something. Some of these I fucking have where it's like, damn, this is for real. Some of these I have, and it took some digging too. But yeah, I can kind of I can look past where I'm getting the info if the info checks out.
Yes.
A lot of people say that. Look at my videos. A lot of people, you use this news station or that. It doesn't matter what news station,
right?
And they're like, I wouldn't trust that news. Well, I don't trust any of them, honestly. Right. I can look past that to get the info if the info checks out.
Right.
I'm not too concerned who's presenting it. I'm more concerned if it's true.
Yes. I totally agree with you. And I think like it's valuable to be thinking about these things and looking for the patterns, regardless if they end up being true in the end or not. Because
I'm not.
Either way, you're practicing your skepticism and you're trying to learn more. As long as you're not like clinging to something and saying like, this is definitely true. Fucking, we gotta do this about it. Like that's when it gets.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I just noticed a lot of shit he says does come out later.
He's like, I'm gonna come over and sit with you. She's like seriously gonna get behind you and curl up on the chair. You're just gonna be standing here eventually.
There's no room up here. You can come up here and sneeze in my ear.
Why do dogs sneeze when they're happy? I love that.
Damn it, Boo. You're so loud with that pit bull fucking bark.
So this is the stars of the show here. They're showing us up.
You probably want to go eat.
Someone on here, someone was just saying like that it's hard to meet people because when they bring up like movies or whatever, you're like, oh yeah, and then that actor in that movie like fucked a kid, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't really want to talk to you anymore.
Some people just don't want to know. You gonna finish that?
It is hard.
God damn it, Boo Boo. All right, well, how long have we been going? Because I think I got to go let them out.
All right. I will just ask you finally to tell people where they can find more of you. I think most of them know, but plug yourself.
My main YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jamie Dlux, Dlux.
And you were saying that you had another channel as well?
Oh, yeah, my live channel. God damn. The Stone Philosopher.
Is that DLive or YouTube?
Well, DLive is just Jamie Dlux.
Okay.
And then YouTube, it's, my live channel is The Stone Philosopher. Just don't come there and be an asshole. You can come there and hang out. Just don't fucking bitch at me or anything, You can ask me anything. Just don't come at me like a dick, all right? I have anxiety as it is.
Yeah, be nice,
It's my relaxation zone.
All right, well, then I just am going to say, fellow travelers of the path, it is a beautiful thing. This has been your analog, electric, concentric dose of wisdom, according to Jamie Dlux. Jamie, it's been a pleasure to have you. You're a hilarious man, and I enjoyed it very much.
It's been fun. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. And you can sign off if you want. I'm going to do my little closing thing.
All right. I'm going to go let the dogs out.
Woo!
So when they ask you, you can say it was me.
It was him. I figured it out.
Damn it, Boo Boo. All right, how do I get out of here?
I actually don't.
Lead meeting. All right, it was fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Bye. All right, guys, the truth is the best viral infection you'll ever have. Way better than coronavirus and way less scary. But don't fear coronavirus because it doesn't matter and you'll be fine. And actually, while I'm on it, let me just point out, every virus is transmitted through your eyes. Every virus is as transmittable as this one. Every virus, you can transmit it before you show signs. These are all the fear mongering headlines I've seen. Like, it's spreading before you even have symptoms. I'm like, that's literally every virus. Every virus is like that. And every virus has some people who die from it, and this one does too. And the rates of death are not even that much higher. In fact, I heard that they're not higher than normal flus in normal flu season. So there's no reason to freak out about coronavirus at all. They just want you to. So don't give them that fear, and just take care of your body and your mind, and you're going to be fine and dandy. So anyways, the truth is the best viral infection that you can ever have. Once it hits, it will tear away all the bullshit that you've been clutching tight and plastering over yourself for your entire life. You'll shed lies and deceit like an old heavy skin, and you'll find yourself born anew amidst the best people on this planet. That's what I think we are. Yearning to go ever further down the rabbit hole, and until you come out the other side renewed, travel well, aim for balance, and always look inside first. Mwah. Thank you, everyone.
It's a one-on-one lesson, so your homework, made your dome hurt. While up on earth, my bones are blessed from holy dirt. Vibes manifested to words that told me search for verbs and adjectives to describe birth. Worth more than one can speak. While the tongue beats a weak, a sour taste in your mouth, bittersweet. Words can also kill you when you sleep. Mind condition, low frequencies while the subconscious mind listens. I can tell a vision filled with lies disguised as truth and spread it like the word to the youth. Watch the tube. A place where the God gets booed is sorcery. To recreate a God forgery does more than meets the eye. Not too many know. Just hear me flow like the eye of Horus Penio. Yeah, not ready to leave until we believe we're free to go. You hear me, yo?
Sculpted from the ether, the material will eat ya. Stuck on this plane, lanes use jet fuel to greet ya. The dimensional three ain't meeting me on top of the fourth. Didn't climb Jacob's ladder to squab with a sword. Forged with ink drizzle, branched out. Try quiet your lamps now. Ascension past the matter that they slam out they damn mouths. We ain't on land now, but they understand. Sacrificing wisdom, hoarding dumber, kosher, wicked hands. Putting faith in worthless worship of the mortals. Artificial portals, mass ingestion of the black goo. Bioengineered morsels, conversing with machine elves. Bypassing baggage, they stuck on Android screens now. I'm scrolling emerald tablets. Moloch living lavish. Off the backs of the savage. Them clasped hands at the Sabbath. Smack of energy damage. They done twisted the tongues. Put nanotech in the lungs. The awakening's begun. All they really can do is fucking run.